Okay, so what's your thoughts on what's going on in Israel and the Gaza Strip?
That's a good question. What I think, it's we as a country have been influenced to believe that we have to back this for religious purposes, I think. I think a lot of people may get the biblical Israel mixed up with the state of Israel. And
Oh, wow.
I believe that one was founded in 1947. One has to do with, we're going back to the tablet days. Some people used to live by these laws and now they don't. I've been to Israel, and at the time when I was in Israel, I went as a Christian. I was a Christian, and I had a conversation with a friendly person out there, and I got their perspective and what they thought to be, or what their beliefs were on religion. And it was weird. I'm like, that's kind of off. You know, why do they think that Yeshua, Jesus, is burning in excrement and his mom was a whore and the whole story was a lie? Mary was a prostitute or whatever, and they made that story up to cover for her wrongdoings, and now we are stuck with this story. That's Israel today. That the Jesus, Yeshua that I believe in is burning in excrement. He was a troublemaker, a problem, and a thug, and that's why he rolled around with a bunch of thugs, the 12 disciples causing mayhem, and that's why they killed him. So that's just the whole separation where I think we read about Israel, Jerusalem in the Bible, but that's a totally different, separate thing from the state of Israel, which we have today. At some points, it feels like we live in the United States of Israel than we do the United States of America. Our funding, our unwavering support towards this, and I don't know why we have this unwavering support for a country that, I don't know, I can go on for days about that, but it's just weird. It's just really weird. And I think that sometimes we can be used as a long arm of another country to help progress their agenda. And sometimes I feel like America is being used that way, where we're nothing more than just an extension of some other country's arm to help do some dirty deeds in certain places like Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria and Iran and Pakistan. Yeah.
You know, interestingly enough, Israel, they're 100% still in this. You know, Hamas still has hostages, and Israel's like, we are going to continue with a full-on military attack. I believe now they're going after a city called Rafah, and take that over and feel like that's the last remaining city to really dismantle Hamas. But they're all the way in this.
Yeah.
This war does not seem to be letting up in any way, shape, or form. And, you know, Israel continues to look for support from its allies, both financially and politically.
Don't have it here. I mean, not with me. I just don't feel that there's certain ways to go about war. And I think that with what's going on, you can look at it like one or two ways. Either it's, I'm not going to say it could be, I mean, genocide. I don't know. I just feel like even our president said it. It's, you know, they're going about it probably the wrong way. And it's leaving a bad taste in people's mouths, I think. I'm all about defending yourself. I'm all about it. But I don't like to involve innocent women, children, and taking out entire lineages of people. I'm not about that. I guess I get it. If you want to kill an ideology, you got to kill it all the way. I get it, but I'm just no longer in support of that lifestyle, war like that. I think once you've done your due diligence and you've done your amount of time and killing and seen death, after a while you get tired of it. That's why Rambo moved away. You know, that's why he moved away.
Okay. You know, I want to pick your brain on a couple of tweets you put out. You said, why was killing Mike in jail longer than the dudes who jumped the NYPD. Is that not bananas?
It is. It is. And like I said, what agenda are we trying to fulfill at this point in this country? You know, where nothing makes sense anymore, where the laws don't even make sense. Things don't add up anymore. It's like more confusion than anything else. It's like, man, I don't know. I'm thinking about moving down to one of the 12 countries in South America and finding my way back across the border. At least I got it made. I'll walk away. It's a 10K job. You know, if you make it across the border as an immigrant, hey, you get 10 grand and you can kind of like rules don't apply to you. I knew if I beat up a cop, what would happen to me? We wouldn't have this conversation right now.
Yeah.
I'd either be in the jail or in the dirt. And I'm leaning more towards in the dirt.
Nah, you said, I mean, and I believe it was part of that same tweet. You was like, yo, I love NWAs.
Yeah.
F the police. But if any of us would put our hands on a cop, we'd be under the jail.
Especially here in New York.
Yeah.
Especially, that's like, yeah, New York and LA are probably the worst. I don't say the worst, but the most strict when it comes to like law enforcement. Like, yeah, I try to keep my distance away from the NYPD and the LAPD. I don't want to talk to them.